Hey guys, Declan Plays HD here, and today we're going to be doing another player review. Today's one is going to be on Pedro Goncalves, the 87 rated SBC card where you get a choice between a centre mid position or his right winger position. The one that was took on this account was for the right wing position. This is actually on my brother's account I'm going to be doing the review from, because I'm going to get the same card for my main team, but I don't have the coins at the moment, so I'm going to do the review on here, and then I'll be able to get a better idea as to whether I should definitely be doing the cards when it comes to my main account. And more so the reason because, of course, we've got the Ronaldo series, that this card would be quite important when it comes to future episodes, say when it comes to the future special cards, or if I want to just boost up the team before I put someone else there. But at the moment, he is the best right winger special card that isn't a Ronaldo or a normal card, because I know we've got Bernardo Silva, but he's 87 rated normal, so he'll go in before this one, and then this one will probably take him out because it does have better stats than him on the main page anyway, you know, what you see on the front of the card. So as we go into the details of this card and not waffling on so much more, it has got 4-star in the skill moves weak foot. It is a high medium, but that is very much depending on how you want to use them on your custom tactics. He does have a good passing range with the shooting and pace, which is very comparable to another Portuguese player, which is actually what's his name again? Figo, that's it. Very comparable to Figo. He is probably, well, most definitely a lot cheaper, because I looked at Figo's price the other day and it's like 700k. So, you know, if you're gonna use this card, it's probably better, you know, you've either got a team that's Portuguese, or you've got or you know, you could simply be a Sporting Lisbon fan, or someone who likes to use Portuguese league teams. So they're the main three reasons why you do the card. A lot of people were saying that it is a very expensive card considering what you've got to do, because the what you had to get was, I think it was an 84 rated squad and an 83 or 84, and then there was like an 85 as well. So it came out around about 160, 170k for it, which, you know, it can be compared to being expensive because cards like Dybala's 91, Boateng's centre-back card, they weren't too much more expensive than that, really, and they came out around the time where fodder was high in people's clubs, whereas this card comes out around the time where the only thing you could possibly get fodder from, really, is from the player picks, because the Future Stars cards are quite hard to come by. I have opened plenty of packs myself. Haven't spent a dime on them in terms of real money, but they're so hard to get hold of. So this card is going to be quite hard to actually grab hold of if you don't have the players in the club. But yeah, going back to the stats at the moment, this doesn't actually have any chemistry style on it. We'll have a look on Footbin in a moment as to what is the best chemistry style. So as I said before, 90 pace, it's a pretty good amount of pace, but we probably will add something with the chemistry style that bumps up the pace, and maybe the shooting and passing as well. But them two stats, the shooting and passing, are very much, you know, really good compared to most cards that play that same position at the moment. The dribbling at 88 is good as well. That's nice and high, and that helps because his agility is near 90. So when they've got a high agility and a high dribbling stat overall, it just helps. He does have high-end dribbling overall in them stats, and he has got basically all 80s in the passing, and practically lower 80s or around 80 in the shooting area as well. Considering he's a winger, you shouldn't necessarily be wanting to shoot with the card too much unless you use him, as I said before, on your custom tactics. So if you just give us 2 seconds, I'll load up Footbin and we'll see what best chemistry styles and his price is. So as you can see here, it doesn't actually tell me the price. Now, it's based off the SBC, so what, an 84, 85-ish rated squad usually does cost around 150,000 coins. So we'll base it a little bit either lower or higher than that, give or take, as I said before, the fodder you've got in the club or how many coins you've actually got. As we can see in this little column here, he would be obviously preferred to be a winger, as every other position is essentially around the same rating, to be honest. So, but for max chemistry, you'd of course just play him as a winger. As we go down to the chemistry styles, I'm gonna probably look into boosting the. That looks good to me. Let me just check and see if there's anything here, because it's dependent on what's actually. So I want to put a finisher card on him. It obviously everyone would put things like a hunter card to max out his pace and his shooting. Maybe even catalyst, because it does bump up his pace and his passing. As someone who's a winger, you'd want to be using the double tap crosses, the low driven crosses, and the normal crosses, which would be very accurate with 89 crossing. But I do want to just put a finisher one on them, because I don't mind the pace aspect. I want to bump up the shooting and the dribbling, because even though I said before you shouldn't rely on the shooting, this is a player review and I want to try and get the most out of the card. So I'm gonna bump up the shooting and the dribbling. So I've just now applied a finishing card onto the player, because of course my player reviews at the moment, I'm gonna play a game or two live, cut down the edit and show you the highlights as to what we think, and at the end of the player review I'll come back and I'll tell you what I think of the card, and that'll be that. So let's get into a game. Just thought I'd show you quickly, this is the team that I'm going to play the games with Pedro in. Don't ask why I've got the bronze there, it is simply just for a chemistry boost, and the main focus is in-game I'm going to be changing the right winger for Ronaldo, just so that we can get the max out of the player. So yeah, we'll go into a game and we'll see how we go. That's a pretty good team, to be fair. This stage of FIFA, a few objective players in there just to play with you a little bit. Not the same usual one, Bardo left back and the right side centre back, who he's only put there and not linked with the other one, so that doesn't look dodgy.
With three forwards listed from the beginning. Well, they know they need to stop him.
That's not bad. Nice little bit of skill moves.
Sustained pressure and they have the ball now. Cristiano Ronaldo. Real chance.
Hey, that's actually a decent goal. For a winger, I don't know whether he's really worth doing at the moment. I know he's just scored for me and it's only been 20 odd minutes, but he's so small and I've got him set so that he goes up top with Ronaldo, but I don't know. Obviously I'll have to play a bit longer with him, but he just seems... It's hard to explain. He just it doesn't seem like the card that it shows on paper. So far I'm a little bit... I don't know. Don't really like the card too much at the moment. I mean, his second goal, I guess. It's not bad. Yeah, he did feel pretty good there. Ran straight up with Ronaldo, like.
Effective challenge. Pedro Goncalves. Ronaldo in position.
Okay, that was pretty. That was quite pretty. Nice goal.
Vital interception. There's a slide rule pass.
May as well just get the hat trick in there. 4-1. Hard to judge of this game. We'll move on to the next one, really. Wow. Okay. So this one's going to be the real test as to whether this card's even remotely worth doing. I know he's only 87 rated, and we're about to play against Mbappe, Pele, Rooney, Stoichkov, Tavernier's 86 card, a few SBC players, but yeah, let's see what we can do. Well, that's a surprise, to be honest, because this guy's been on top of me all game, but we're not here for the game, we're here for the player. He's not really done much, to be fair. Obviously, I've had to try and kind of put the ball towards him a bit more, but I don't know. I'm progressed to judgment, and I'll wait till the end of the game till I do that. And the reason why I've just absolutely ran away from him is because my controller's currently broke, and I've got duct tape on it, and it's sliding everywhere right now. I need to put it back on again. It's lethal.
It's opening up for them. And threading it forward. This could level it. And it is.
He had nothing to do with that goal. I just simply don't want to get smashed. So, what is my conclusion with this card? Don't really like it, I've got to be honest. If, like I said earlier on in the video, if you're a Sporting Lisbon fan of the Portuguese league, or you like to use Portuguese players, or I don't know, you want someone to link with Ronaldo as like a right winger because you've got him striker, then perfectly fine to do the SBC. He's an okay card, but he's just so average. I had to really force some of the goals that you've seen in the two. Like, yeah, I know, I get it. He scored, what? He only had 1 goal in like 5 games with 1 assist. So yeah, I should be raving the card because he got 5 goals in 2 games and got an assist. Yeah, that sounds great and all, but it just didn't seem natural. Like, I know the only other player reviews I've got on my channel are of like, you know, Ronaldo's team of the year or Bruno Fernandes's team of the year, but I don't know. I'm not comparing him to them because obviously it's not the same, but he just feels like an October winger. He just feels like an 81 rated card. He has good shooting, I'll give him that. I probably should have used a pace chemistry style and tried to like run through more, but I don't know, he just didn't seem like a very good player. If I was going to rate everything out of 5 and then rate his overall card, I'd give the pace a 3, shooting a 4, passing a 2. I mean, I didn't really use the passing all too much, but when I did, it just didn't feel like it connected too well. Dribbling, I'd give him a 3, and you can't really judge defending and physical. I'd say his physical was like a 2, but he is 5'8", so what do you expect? He probably has 74 strengths, not high. Nah, you don't really buy this kind of card for that kind of stat anyway. But overall, I'd give the card a 3.5 out of 5. Do it if you want to, but if you've watched the video, you've been warned that it's a very bang average card. I don't want to rave about it I don't want to rave about it at all because I haven't, but I don't want to say that it's an amazing card, everyone should do it, and not be honest about these reviews, because of course you've got to keep it real. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5 for me. Very average card. Do it if you want to, but it might be a little bit of a waste of coins. You might want to do another SBC like Guimarães, the Brazilian centre mid or CDM choice SBC, but as for this one, it's it's average. So that's my player review for today. Leave in the comments if you want me to explain anything any further about the card and before you do the SBC, because I'm always online, so I'll always give the fastest of replies. Leave a like if you could, and subscribe if you're new. Anyway, have a nice night, guys. Peace.